right. We are live.
Yo, what's
Back
good,
to our
boys?
roots, back on our old platform. Mark's back in
Yes,
his old house. Chris
it
is
feels
not in the
good.
Bat Cave, but it's okay. He got the Zoom background going. We already know what it is. He doesn't want the government to know where he is, and that's okay. But we're
Mm,
back and better than ever. A little bit of a revamp going with our logo. We love the feedback we've been getting. Thank you guys. Um, yeah, welcome back to Bathwater Sports Podcast. We've been away for a little
dude.
bit. Honestly, we've been recording. We just haven't been posting, mostly because our old um, software was really messing up and not posting when it was saying it was posting, and then we would go on spot. It was just a whole thing. But we're back. We got a new feed, new everything. Here we go again. Welcome back.
So
We're come back just in time. The
best
world has been
best time of the year. Best time of the year.
the world has been missing Bathwater Sports, and we are back just to give you all
Yeah,
the world of
yeah,
football takes.
yeah.
Um, you guys want to start with the champions? We had some bangers this week.
Yo,
Champions
yo,
League.
yo. I mean, today. Look,
Yeah,
I don't really want to get into Arsenal and Sporting because.
that game was the straight of all rules. Look
Look,
at the face of Mark. Mark scored.
there's only one game happening today.
It's been 3 minutes. It's been 3 minutes.
Like Mark's corporate is like, oh, this one says.
I'm about to
Even in the
dive into a
jar.
pool of nothing, dude.
Let's go. My bad.
All right, look, today it was like in the Champions League, what we were expecting, apart from the Arsenal and Sporting, because we were not expecting anything from that game. But Real Madrid Bayern, that is a Champions League classic right there.
Yeah,
Like that
that's
is
a
just
classic.
a classic.
That's like when when you have a kid, and you're like, you want to watch a soccer game? Watch this one.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
the one to make you fall in love with the game.
Yep. Everything was in there. Like, individual brilliance, uh, bitch assness, referees,
Refereeing cost.
referees.
Yep,
fouls,
it had everything, but it was
fouls.
it,
Well, boneheadedness. That come on, Vinga, second yellow. That's a boneheaded
Yeah, that
thing, bro. You picked up they didn't give him a second yellow for the foul. They gave him a second yellow for picking up the ball and running with it.
No. They gave him a second yellow because he deserved the first yellow doing some dumb shit. Just, some dumb foul. Guys behind him. Guys got him beat. So he pulls back. He's got 3 defenders in front of him. 3 or 4. The first yellow card is what cost the Real Madrid ultimately in the tie, is what I believe. Because he only played 15 minutes.
So you think if he's on the field, Luis Diaz is not scoring that goal that he scored?
No. I think that if he's on the pitch not doing dumb shit like not understanding that he's got his defenders in front of him and he should not be picking up dumb yellows, and then also the second foul that led ultimately to the yellow card because of the first yellow card, I think that they're still in that game. You could why not get that game to penalties or to at least extra time. At least the extra time, at least the extra half hour.
I think that was a 50-50 game, and I think the team that's more confident probably that deserved to go win, but it was on a razor's edge, knife's edge, because Mbappe could have scored too. Neuer made a save. You seen that acrobatic like kick that Mbappe did not score?
yeah.
I know, dude. Neuer just stuck his hand. Dude, that's luck, dude. That he just stuck his arm out there like that, and he kept it strong.
That's cool to all type of saves, like reflex. That's point blank. That's like doing it for years right there. It's like catching a bullet at point blank range.
It was incredible. There was a couple Harry Kane missed chances though. That some of those that like a couple of like at least one of those he buries. So
I see. Liverpool
Look,
fans.
all I'm gonna
Well,
say,
why would you bring it up
hey, we'll
now?
get there, we'll get there, we'll get there. But all I'm gonna say is, like, my big takeaway from this game was Michael Olise is inevitable.
Oh,
That,
dude.
like,
Oh. I feel
did
like
you see
I
that?
feel like Chris has been not to interrupt you, Mark, but I feel like Chris has been on the bandwagon for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I
Did you
think
see that thing that it was like he has? I think he's like 4 away from having the most assists in an entire season in the history of recorded stats, or something like
are you
that.
serious?
It was
Well,
something
probably
like
in the
that.
Champions League. In the
That's
Champions League, probably in
No,
the
no, no.
Champions League.
All
wild.
comps.
That's
Well,
wild.
well, their front is historic, right? Because I think the amount of goals that all three have scored and assisted, it's like, I don't know how you let go of Luis Diaz and just let him go slot there. I don't know how you English teams just let him walk to Bayern. It's boneheadedness all over the place. I'm looking at United. I'm looking at Liverpool. I'm looking at
I have a counter
Chelsea.
to that. I have a counter to
Yeah.
that. Why is it a problem, or not a problem, but why is it a surprise in 2025 if somebody sold on a Bayern Munich project? Because if it was 2015 and somebody went to Bayern Munich, I don't think anybody would. I think everybody would be like, you know what? That's a big club. That's a big club. That's a club that I would want to play for. And
Why?
ultimately, I just feel like people are getting more knocked for going to Bayern Munich now.
I think it's a few things. Number one, the domestic league is not held in the same regard as some of the other ones. I also think there's so much
They call
shine
it
and attention on the Premier
Hollywood.
League that it seems like if you're already there, why not stay and continue to play at that level of that thing?
Yeah.
But I mean, Bayern Munich is still like you still got to play in the Champions League to win,
I
be the
mean,
best club
are
in
they
Europe,
not?
beat Europe.
Are they? Do we? I feel like the three of us can definitely agree that at the moment we could give PSG maybe that crown based on last season, but if we're going just on this season, Bayern Munich is the best team in Europe
Well, we're gonna
by
find
far.
out. They're playing PSG in the next round,
Well,
which is crazy.
look,
Well,
that's
you know what? I think the two is gonna be a clash between the best four wingers in the world, basically. If you think about it, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia,
no,
and
no. You see the
yes,
way
he is.
Vinny played today. You see the way the Vinny. They didn't lose because of
No,
Vinny. I'm not
no,
saying they would have won because of Vinny, but dude,
Mark, back me up on this. Kvaratskhelia, Vini is not seeing Kvaratskhelia. The
Right now,
fear, the,
Kvaratskhelia is different.
bro,
and
the,
Chris,
bro, bro, bro,
Different.
and
It's
I'm
no
big.
hate to
I
Vinicius.
I don't
It's no
know
hate to
if that's
Vinicius.
No, hey,
It's just
no, no, listen to me. Vini is lethal, right? For what he does. But Kvaratskhelia has a brain that he can also play 10. He can
Did you
also
watch?
get
Did you watch
around.
the game today? Did you watch the game
Yeah,
today?
yes. I watched it on the Ireland channel. I put a VPN on. Yeah, I watched it.
Well, continue,
Bro,
piece of
Vin-
shit.
Vinny, no, listen. I look at Vinny. I have my issue with Vinny. Vinny is destructive, whatever. And sometimes he makes like boneheaded decisions. I trust Kvaratskhelia decisions more.
But is that what? So you're saying that is the one thing that makes Favaskelia a better player is the decision making?
No,
Is that
no, it's the fear. No, it's the fear that he puts. I don't know if you saw the Liverpool
and
game.
you don't think
He
Vinicius
puts.
Jr., a Ballon
No,
d'Or
no,
candidate?
no,
I don't
no,
know.
Okay,
no,
I
no,
kind
okay,
no,
all right,
no.
I
all
think
right, all right.
the way I see it, the players that people fear, uh, if Kvaratskhelia has the ball and is running at you, I personally would think, oh shit, more so than Vinicius.
I thought
Vinicius, you can get him off the ball. You tell he kind
you
of
can
does the whole
corral him.
antics and the yeah.
Yeah, you can corral Vini because he kind of. I'm not gonna say he's one dimensional, because his dribble. He can predict Vini. You can't predict
You
Kvaratskhelia.
don't
Because
you don't think You don't think today the Benjamin Pavard was in fear of what Vinicius could do to him? You don't think that Jude Bellingham scoring that goal, or sorry, Mbappe scoring that goal to take the lead is a fluke?
I think that Kvaratskhelia, probably because of the difficulty to pronounce his name, is underrated. I'm telling you right
Okay,
now. I'm telling you.
fair point.
I'm telling you
Fair.
right now.
Okay, okay.
I'm telling you right now. Listen,
I'm
listen.
not saying he's
He's
not a
a
baller.
he's a
I'm not
he's
saying
a
he's not a
he's a
baller, man.
he's a Pep Guardiola player. That's how big praise I'm getting for not playing for Pep Guardiola player.
Look.
Like
Chris,
both feet,
Chris.
Kvaratskhelia
intelligence,
is that
and
Kvaratskhelia is
shot.
different. Kvaratskhelia is different.
Bro, listen,
You can say
listen.
Vinicius
And
Jr.'s
see,
probably been the better player throughout their careers,
I'm not
but if we're
trying to
talking
knock
right
the guy.
now,
I
today,
think he's great. That's why I
today,
want to pause Chris, because I anything that I say bigging up Vinicius is not to knock Kvaratskhelia, because I know how good of a player he is. Chris and I have been dissecting him for fucking 2 years now. I know
yeah,
how good he is.
and you've been holding me like when you hold a kid that's like not tall enough in basketball. You've been holding me in my forehead like that, like nah, bro, it's not time, it's not time. But I'm telling you, that guy. You see, Dembele won the Ballon d'Or last year. My gripe was his team is too loaded. It's not fair, right? Yes, he played. He was well. He's amazing. Dembele is amazing, but his team has like top 10, or at least like top 10 all over the field. Like
I got
you
you.
go,
I
this
got
this is
you.
gonna be a game. This like just think of the front lines in this game coming up. We got Due, Dembele, and Kvaratskhelia versus Luis Diaz, Michael Olise, and Harry Kane.
you know that Bayern may have the edge because
Mm-hmm.
they don't have Real Madrid, PSG doesn't have a 9, but it doesn't matter for PSG
I
because PSG gonna press you, gonna
PSG's
press.
got the advantage in the midfield probably, but you got to give it to Bayern in the
Yes,
forward line.
I have
yes.
a question for the two of you. So assuming Arsenal makes the final, is
Oh,
this no, let me finish my question.
Is it
Is
the final? Is it the final
is
right
this
now?
semifinal? Yes, yes,
yes.
yeah.
Well,
It's two
let me
legs
be
though,
let,
which has
let
to
me
be a
be let,
factor.
let, let me be respectful,
Is the
right?
final 2 legs this year? No, right?
No,
No. The semifinal is two
it's
legs.
never. The final is not 2 legs.
Yeah, the final
The
So
should be
let me
2 legs.
final is always one leg. The semifinals is two legs. Is my point? Is that it's not
let
one game between PSG and Bayern. It's two.
let me rephrase what you said. It's not the final, but it's the final of the team that we would like to win or would appreciate winning.
I feel like the right way to word it is that it's not the final, but it's the final.
You
Bro,
would
listen.
expect the winner of this game to win the whole thing. Yes.
Unfortunately, Arsenal has mastered the art of making a game
You
ugly.
mean the dark Harambe like methods of
There's
like
no. By the
football?
way, there we said assuming Arsenal make the final. We kind of glossed over the Atletico Madrid Barcelona of it all. Barcelona. I
Look,
mean,
respectfully,
Atleti with
Mark.
the yeah.
Respectfully, Mark, and like,
Respectfully.
look. Atletico's not making no final.
Nah, be respectful. Be more respectful because Athletic they beat Barcelona. There was like
They did.
spitting hot fire.
They did.
So
Because
That
they
because
have
Lopez was on fire.
they use Dark Magician's fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card, man. They I don't know.
so it's gonna be the Arambo.
Yeah, it's the
Oh
Harambe.
wait, Arsenal and Atletico.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Bro, you should have
dude! I
seen
will
people was
never
like
watch that. I will never watch that. I will never put myself through that.
I said in the chat, the Rumble, they saw a picture of Arteta in um Simone. He's not Simone. What's his name? I forgot his name. the coach, Atletico's coach,
Simeone.
Simeone.
Yeah.
Simeone and check the chat. And both of them they look like
They're in what can
full
only be
garb.
described as ISIS garb, ready to go,
ISIS.
ready to go. Um, yeah, I mean that I don't I have no analysis for that except if I can avoid to watch that game, I will likely avoid watching that game.
Dude, I feel like somebody's got to hold you hostage to put you through watching that game.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to hold you against your will. But
we'll see.
I,
Those are
I have not seen PSG play against a low block. I don't think so.
so you just need you're basically saying if they played in the Premier League, they'd finish third.
That's not true because I feel like PSG has the luxury of spending money that the other team they can't. So they have the tools. They have Vitinha. They
also have your best friend, Kvaratskhelia.
They got Kvaratskhelia. They got the Billy. They got bro. It's too much. They have Hakimi on his day when and then Nuno Mendes.
They do have
Vitinha.
30 different ways to beat you, man.
Vitinha, the legendary one.
Yep.
Already.
Yep.
Joao Neves, bro.
Oh no.
Even the defenders look like Pacho, the new guy, Marquinhos veteran. Bro, the team is just like stacked, like from top to bottom. It's not even fair.
Are we surprised that they absolutely dominated Liverpool over two legs?
This
Like
iteration of Liverpool.
No, they did not Liverpool. They did not dominate the second leg, but yes, they did deserve to win.
This iteration of Liverpool is not the type
Yeah.
going to Paris to get a result.
Bro,
it's they did not dominate the second leg, but they still got their fucking asses kicked. Oh,
bro, did you watch the game?
No, I did not because I was watching the Barcelona game.
Dembele with 2 goals.
Right.
Put them away.
Dembele with the cold finishes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Cold finish. And it's just put them out.
He did
just like the Olise finish.
Hang up the phone celebration. That was hard.
Bro, I don't know what they're drinking.
Set that shit down.
I don't know what they're drinking in France, bro. Bro, the death of talent. It's like to be envious. Envious. You see, they just lost Ekitike for the World Cup, I think.
Dude, that's a ginormous loss for like Netherlands as a whole. When it comes to the World Cup, that's a big loss too.
He's French.
No, but they have Barcola.
Sorry, not the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Barcola was.
Mbappe's gonna be like, more minutes for me.
I think it was between him and Barcola. Barcola apparently is gonna get a nod because last team meeting Barcola was not there. Ekitike was there, so Barcola's coming back.
Look, why on earth? You want to know why I thought Ekitike was Dutch? Because of his manager at his club.
Oh, Slot. All right, we want to transition to that?
No, I don't. I'm just saying that I feel so dumb. I'm like, why did I think that he was from,
I think you're thinking about Gakpo. Bro.
Oh my gosh. Oh God.
Bro, I don't know if you guys seen the clips because you didn't watch the games, bro.
Oh no.
There is the point in the game before PSG kills the tie. Liverpool is suffocating PSG. They can't get out. You probably don't believe me if you don't watch the game, but PSG cannot get out of there. PSG for 25 minutes in the second half, they couldn't get out of their own hats. Liverpool is wave after wave of attack. And Gakpo, bro, missed at least 3, fucked up at least 3 chances by boneheaded decisions. There's a pass that Salah is making to the new kid, Angamoha. He thinks it's for him. He jumps, he cuts off the pass. bro, I feel like everybody in the stadium kind of was like, "Oh my god!
Ready to jump on the pitch.
Oh my goodness, bro!" It seems like I think this is what
There is
player.
there is definitely a disconnect.
You know what player IQ is? You can see when a player understands the game.
Yes,
I think,
of course. It's IQ,
and I
like
think,
a soccer IQ, man.
But it's not just that though. It is that, but it's not just that because there's plenty of low IQ players across world football, right?
yeah,
Liverpool have so many one-dimensional players, like just
that
straight,
too.
like Cody Gakpo, like
Put
Gravenberch,
Gravenberg in there.
Man,
Yep.
like
hey, no, Mark,
Put
do you,
Frimpong.
you do,
Frimpong,
their biggest loss has been Trent Alexander-Arnold.
which is crazy to
Because
think that,
it,
right? Because
no,
But
but
I feel like he unlocked everything.
because he covered for stuff, right? You can bypass the midfield and just go have runners. You had a bunch of runners last year. You had Nunez, you had Diaz, you have even Salah on his last legs, right? So now to bringing up the ball is more elaborate. It has to go to the middle. Now you have to contend with like pressing and stuff, but it takes so long. So by the time you get to the other side, you facing the other keeper, the team is already backed
Yeah,
up. So now you're asking Salah, who's like 30 what, 34 now? How
I
old is Salah? 30,
34, 35,
something like that.
yeah, you're asking
33,
him with
pushing 35. I don't know.
no legs to be able to cross people over. And Salah seems to be like, his confidence is so shot. And I think it's not only that his legs is gone. I think the team is not, because Trent is not there and the team is not playing a style that suits him. So now the drop off is more precipitous. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you get to
Yeah,
see it. So you're like, oh, you're playing at 10 because Salah, you're going to ask him to track back. He's not about to do that. You just have Trent to give him those long balls, and while he's like hanging in an offside, but almost offside position. So there's so much shit. So it's like, bro, it's like you have one-dimensional players plus veterans that are kind of washed. So, and then you have a bunch of players like Alexis McAllister, bro. I don't know what happened to this man.
That's your
The
favorite
drop
player, right?
off, bro.
yeah, he's
The, pro- the problem is,
He,
ma-
what happened? So
last,
what? Wait, hold on, Chris. Just to,
yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off,
Go ahead,
but
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
McAllister from last season to this season, what actually happened?
So some people are kind of saying that he wanted the number 10 position and he's kind of mad about it. Okay, so
He's wearing the number 10 too.
he is knowing the number 10 position, but are you gonna play him over Wirtz as the number 10?
No,
So
no.
that's the issue.
Fuck
That's
that
no.
was
that's one
never.
issue.
That's never.
Ah,
And then
okay.
there's also the question of is he better than before he even got there? Was he even the best 10 on that team with Soboslai being there in that
So much now is
I
operating in
don't
the same
yes,
see
position?
Silverslide
yes,
being the
yes,
better 10. I just
exactly.
feel
Yeah.
like Silverslide deeper, man. A little bit.
Soboslai I think Soboslai needs to be deeper, and I think that the game versus PSG, the second leg, he played he played good in that position, right? Him, Gravenberg next to him, and letting Gravenberg go up. The problem with Gravenberg is, and I think I sent it into the chat, is that because he's so one-dimensional, he doesn't know how to pick up a small little soft pass, or he doesn't have the vision. So
He's
he's
elite
more of
at carrying the ball,
yes,
and then he can never. But like, somebody, I think Chris, you put this in the group chat. I want to give the credit to who actually said it. It was like a tweet or something, that the guy said, Gravenberch can carry the ball to the exactly she needed to, but the ball travels faster via pass than via carry. And on
yes,
and he can't,
Always.
because he's been so good at that. In his entire life has been that he can't pass the ball the same way he can carry it, and that makes
and
him so limited. going forward.
And you know who said that? I don't know if it was Pep Guardiola, but I think it's a maxim from the Tiki Taka days. He like you,
Oh,
it's more about passing. You should focus on passing than carrying the. Yes, it's good to carry the ball sometimes, and I don't even think his dribble. He has this special dribble that he catches people in the half turn, but after that, once he gets going, it's gonna be a bonehead decision, 100%. He's gonna either try to a shot that's fucked up, like he should not shoot from there, or his pass is not gonna be soft enough. It's gonna be too hard. So it's like, bro, you playing okay? Let's say you saying you're not a number 6, but where should we play you? If we played at a number 10, you can't even start on the clock. So it's like, bro, as a player, you need to have the IQ to understand what your limitation and
yep,
what
yep.
exactly your position
Yeah.
needs. Right? You need to put on tape of Sergio
But
Busquets
then
or
even, like, in connection with
Rodri.
your manager as well, like, you're like, in that position, like, you and your manager need to be on the same page.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, extremely.
there are so many problems with Liverpool right now, and like I don't think Slot. We talked earlier. Slot needs to stay. I don't think you can give up on him right now. But
You
But
really think
fans,
that he deserves another season? Hey,
I
you
mean, he
know,
won the
yes,
like,
Premier League.
Mark, did you
I
see
think
the
the
stat?
Premier
Did
League.
you
I think
see the stat that he's lost 18 games this year?
more than
18!
Amorim lost his first
It
year.
doesn't even matter if it's
so
more than
But
Enron.
so
That's a fuck ton,
no.
dude.
But all I'm trying to say is that I think if you win the
Mark is
Premier
a
League, you
business
should.
on Mark is a business owner. Mark understands, like, I'm not gonna just gonna make a decision because I need to pay attention to why in the explanation. Right? It's not just like, he just dropped off. We won the league before. So
Yeah,
as if I'm running a business, it's like, bro, I seen this work before. Those are the changes that were made, right? So I'm like, okay, I cannot blame you because you didn't change because, or I don't know if his taxes changed. You understand what I mean?
well,
Just,
here's how I look at
just,
it. I think
just the.
I think you
Okay, go
have
ahead,
to
Mark.
give him the opportunity. He came in and he won the league, and we were all super impressed by that because not a
Conte,
single one
rip
of
on
us outside of
Conte.
Chris gave him the chance. And I think that gives you some credit in the bank. However, I think you have to give him the opportunity to come in and build his team with the caveat that if he's unable to do so, then you are left
Yeah.
with you. The problem is like if it doesn't work, right? If let's say you come in next season, he goes and he sells all the players he wants to sell. He has the exact starting 11 he wants, which he won't because these kind of things
Yeah.
take time and turnover, and the squad might not be built out yet,
Yep.
whatever. And some players might not
Yep.
work
Okay.
out, whatever. If you give him everything, you give him a season, another season, whatever, and that doesn't work, then you're left
Yes.
with a very subpar squad and a very inflated in the era of PSR. This in a club like Liverpool and how they spend, this sets them back
Good point.
10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Like to offload
Mhm.
these players, to get the new ones in, to get a manager in, to see you through this turmoil. Like Liverpool then become essentially a mid-table club if this doesn't work.
Yep. Yep.
And
I,
that's
I want nothing more.
but like
Yeah. I
that's
know.
the danger of it because you basically are backing this horse because you don't really have a choice. If you pull out now, right, you save yourself
Well,
potentially a lot of heartbreak down the
I,
line. But
I,
if it doesn't work out, right? But if it does,
yeah.
then you have a
Yeah.
dynasty. They're literally
So,
at a tipping point right now. If you
so
go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
I was gonna say, part of the fans that are being alarmist. I feel like fans is just like they're just fans. It's like they use the club's Liverpool's games for their mental health. I think that's
Mhm.
what it is because it's like if the more the team loses, it's like a bunch of whining, and then now it's the manager.
All
It's
right.
like they don't think about the circumstances, the
And
players
All
they
right.
got injured and stuff.
and
Listen,
and
and,
then
and I think part of the reason why I feel like he's gonna have the credit, and they might still fire him, is I think like little stories are coming out. I don't know if Arne Slot is leaking those stories. That's another thing. So I'm paying attention.
You really
you
believe
know
that he's
something
leaking his
that
own stories?
there's
Wait,
something I want to
wait.
bring up about this real quick because you hit it on point about the fans, and I wanted to kind of touch on it while we're on this topic. This kid Nugamoa, right?
Yeah.
Numoa. We've seen a lot of times like fans will kill a young player's career. We'll hang our hat
Oh,
on this kid to be the
Yeah.
next big star, and he falters.
Mm-hmm.
Something happens. He crumbles under the weight of expectations way too early. I think Slot's season needs to be judged on how he takes care of this kid because this kid could be the
Yep.
real
oh,
deal.
Yep.
He also could flame out, and it's all going
Yep.
to depend on how Slot kind of manages the rest of the
So
season.
so far, the fans hate Slot because they've been calling for him to start real, and
Hmm.
Slot was like, "Hey, listen, we need to pace him. We can just like throw him like that, whatever." Which I understand, and he's not ready. See, that's the thing. You're so. It's
Yeah,
almost like you have a bunch of armchair quarterbacks.
yeah,
All of them know how to coach. It's like, oh, just throw him, just whatever, like but you don't think about I'm the coach. I'm with these guys every day.
yeah,
I understand team chemistry, how somebody's gonna feel if I'm starting him over him. Is he beating everybody in practice like that, whatever? Is he breaking down? Is he able to play? Like for example, they're not even talking about whether Engomoha is able to play like press. Is he able to press? Is he able to track back? No, they don't care. They only care
yeah.
about
If
he
you
does
ask him
cool
what his
tricks and
best
tricks.
position is, they won't know either. You
They
know what I
don't know
mean? Like
either.
they won't know. And that's
So
a big thing. And for all the stick we gave Ten Hag about so many things, and rightly so, I'm not defending Ten Hag. The one thing I will say he did well was he brought up our academy players very intelligently, giving them minutes sparingly here and there,
oh,
coming them on and putting them in positions to show and showcase their talent. And you see it now. Kobe Mainu is the player he is because of the start he had.
yep, yep,
absolutely.
He did really well for Garnacho. We had Toby Collier coming through. There's a lot of like that aspect of his management was incredible. We have to make sure that's like as if you're a Liverpool supporter, you're watching this kid and you're thinking, don't play him every week. Let him come in slowly. Bring him in when in situations where he can come in and build up that confidence, establish
You
himself in the
don't,
first
you
team.
just don't want to rush him.
Exactly.
so
This kid, 2, 3 years down the line, should be the every week starter on the right for Liverpool.
yeah,
That's your
yep.
guy.
Right,
But
right, right, right.
we're not there yet, and you got to be cognizant of that. So that's the only point I wanted to make.
Mm.
That
Let me make a couple of points while I remember them. And this is the politics side. So there is an internal struggle, obviously, and this is what happened in November when Salah came on the mic and said, "Oh, he doesn't understand like what's going on in the club. They're pushing him out. He barely has a relationship with the coach."
Man, Mo Salah.
So I remember Ronaldo under Ten Hag. So you guys have to, I was listening to Simon Jordan this morning. He's like, "Yo, was it Simon Jordan? I don't remember who said that, but you brought Salah back. Why? Why even have him? Because
mm,
there is an because some guys they know they kind of pledge loyalty to Salah because Salah has been carrying them for years. So in a struggle between the coach and Salah, who do you think they're gonna side with?
yeah,
Right? So the whole world can see that Salah has dropped off. So now,
Yep.
so now, so you have a rotten apple in the middle, in the midst of everybody, right? And he's wasteful. No, nobody can let, even his defenders had to come like, yeah, he's kind of like washed, whatever. They're trying to be careful on. So the coach had to deal with that this season, right? So now you have to play a player that clearly dropped off. He's clearly mad that you're not playing his style, amongst other shit. But this is the politics that and I think when Liverpool re-signed him for that contract, they were kind of forced to re-sign him because it would have been too ugly to let him leave after last season. Remember how many goals I was
So,
I
so
was
they're
so
forced
what?
into
Like
paying him?
I
yes,
was in the
yes
position
and
I
no.
was in the
Yes and no.
I wanted him to go. I wanted him
Yeah.
to reset.
Mhm.
You remember that, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, no, because I'm like, bro, it doesn't matter. But the fans kind of force, and this is why when you run a business, you cannot just let it be fan led. You cannot just like go on Twitter, like, oh, what's the tendency, and then try and then just
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
They're not gonna be there when you're eating that salary,
Mhm.
right?
But at the
Now,
same time, this is all true. Everything you're saying is 100% true. I also thought Salah should have gone off into the sunset after last season, winning the title,
yep,
and
yep.
let Liverpool
The
enter this
moment
new
he won the
era.
title, why did what
But
Bryce, hey,
like
Bryce, hey,
let me finish. With the injuries Liverpool have right now, they kind of
yeah,
don't have a choice. They have to play him. Ekitike is done
what
for the year.
did an
yep,
injury happen yesterday because he was benched for the second leg? Like he was benched
yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah. So
yeah.
like,
But
second
look at
straight
that.
leg like of
But
the
you see,
Champions League tie and
I think the thing about Klopp that we're all we've danced around it today, but we've talked about it in our archived
mm,
feed, but we'll just bring it up again today. He's kind of been dealt like we understand they spent a bunch of
oh,
money. Yes, that's all very true. They've sold some players and they haven't really replaced the like for like yet, and we're kind of at this the team in transition. However,
okay.
that midfield and that attack and that the players that Slot has at his disposal, he's kind of playing with a short deck. And we talked about the limitations of Gravenberch and McAllister's drop off and Sloboslai not being the player people think he is, and Verts struggling to adapt in the Premier League, and Frimpong not being on up for it right now, and losing Trent and losing Luis Diaz. All these things are true. I think you also have to look at Virgil van Dijk and examine his bit of a drop off as well. He's not yes, he's everything in front of him is a mess, and that's not helping, but he is not the same player he was 2 years ago.
No, he's not.
And
He's
so
not. You're right.
I I agree, but I think some of it is too much games because I don't think because this season, even if he's been not his best, but once you remove him, who's gonna be the defender? Konate?
well, here's the problem, right? That there exactly lies the problem. They bought players who were injured to come in and play. They bought a guy who's not going to come until next year, and Johan Bakayoko.
Yeah,
I know what's the
Jacquet,
Jacket. Thank
Jacquet.
you, thank
Yep.
you.
Yep.
And then you have Virgil van Dijk, who, let's be real, if we're just going on this season, I'm going to say a wild ass statement, and I want y'all to argue with me on it. Virgil van Dijk this season doesn't even make Manchester City's match day squad.
Probably not. Listen, I'm
He
not gonna
doesn't make
defend.
Arsenal's match day squad.
Probably not.
He would be the fourth center back at United right now.
Probably. But I know you're being harsh,
I'm
but I'm
inclined
not.
to believe that he would be on that
But
team.
I'm not gonna push back, but
Uh,
because I think the whole season I've been screaming at Gravenberg. Now it's popular
I
to
think you're
scream
just
at
saying
him,
that's Turf
Mhm.
Man City, but what?
right? Right. Like it's because I noticed that Gravenberg does not do what the six is supposed to do. You're supposed to sit in front of the back
Gravenberch,
line. I don't know
look,
Not in that
if
system.
you put
Gravenberch
Not
wait,
in that.
doesn't do what
Not in
nobody
that
asks him to
system.
do ever.
But you
He
know what?
can't play
Here's the
the
thing.
6-4-2-1, -6, nothing. He
wait,
can't play
wait,
nothing.
Here's the
wait,
thing about
wait.
Gravenberch. Here's the thing about Gravenberch too. When they won the Premier League last season, he was praised, lauded, and look at this different kind of six that Slot is incorporating. But that was a very different team and a very different setup. In the system that Slot's trying to play, Gravenberch does not have the qualities. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Slot
Fair.
system,
Yeah,
it was all about industry and running, and all these guys, all their
let me
entire
say,
job was to
let,
outrun the other team, and they don't in
let me
midfield. I
counter.
mean, and that's all. That's they don't have that
Let
right
me
now.
count. Let me counter that. It's not against what you're saying, but I'm just providing context. Last year's team, it's like I think in terms of basketball. Imagine you're building a basketball team now, and you don't have a bunch of 3-point shooters. So now spacing become an issue. So now imagine Liverpool, you don't have the winger is Gakpo. The main winger was Gakpo, and the other one is Salah, and either of them don't have pace, right? So now the field is more is more like smaller, it's more narrow, So this is all, it's problematic. So now you cannot make passes in the front and you stretch, all of a sudden you have more space. There's so much compounding issues with the construction of the team. That last year probably Gravenberg had the same issue, but you couldn't see it because by the time that he was the issue, Liverpool probably already won the game. He is not
Yeah, no.
McAllister. McAllister is his partner in that role. McAllister is too small. It's not he cannot move people off the ball, and he doesn't dictate tempo for that.
But like, why was he so much more effective last year?
It was because of the system they were playing. I mean, listen, like I think here's
the
the
system and the
thing,
players.
and the players, right? This is if I have any criticism, I mean, I have a lot of criticism of Slot this season, but the main one is, and I want to move on to City Arsenal because that's the big game on the weekend. But just to end on this kind of point,
Before you end it, because I remember your point, because I wanna say that too, because I don't know if I said Slot might be leaking stuff to the press, because I'm watching stuff come online. Apparently, Slot wanted to sign the defender, Crystal Palace, former Crystal Palace defender that's playing for Man City now, Gahey. He wanted to sign Gahey in the start of the summer, and then Liverpool told him, wait, we have a market opportunity in Frimpong. Let's do that first. So that's a story that just came out. Like, it's just floating right now. So I'm like, if I'm the ownership, it's like, bro, we kind of sabotage the guy, right?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of decisions that we made. We kind of sabotage the whole season. Yeah. So it's like, and how you gonna just like now you fire him, But hey,
no,
you have the money.
That's a fair point. I mean, if I had any criticism on Slot this season, yes, they spent money on the Wirtz. Yes, they spent all these things, but they didn't have the team ready around these guys like Frimpong, Wirtz, Kirkes has been a little bit of a struggle to get in. That one surprised me because he did come from a Premier League team, so it's not like he's adjusting to the league. But regardless,
are you talking about
Kirkes? But
Kirkes for counter-attacking,
different style. But if I have any criticism, we've talked about this with Amorim, we've talked about this with coaches ad nauseum. They come in with their philosophy and their ideas, and they don't really want to do what works with the squad they have. And Slot he came in last season, saw the squad he had, and played the style that suited that squad. He comes in this season, he's like, I'm changing it up. And once he realized it wasn't working, instead of, hey, you know what, we need to win some games, spend a bunch of money, he decided
he would be offended.
I mean, it is what it is.
I think if you said that to him in a press conference, he would be mad. He would be offended. Because
you're building a team now around Florian Wirtz. If you want to build a team around Florian Wirtz, you have to complement that
coach, the player, the person that signed Florian Wirtz should be mandatory put in the press conference for his 1-year anniversary of that signing.
Well, yeah, because listen, if you're gonna build, I think Wirtz is a phenomenal player. I don't think he's been given the platform to showcase what he can do, and that's on the squad building. But my point in this is saying is, if you want to build a team around Wirtz, then you have to give him every opportunity to succeed. And they just have not exactly. So instead of shoehorning this kid in, they should have just brought him on slow, bring him in when in situations where he can make an impact, kind of like Rio. The man management in the game is not there this season with Arne Slot. And that to me is my biggest criticism. And I don't know what that looks like.
Maybe he has fucked up on that level. Like maybe he has.
Or maybe
it's going to be a bad year.
Or maybe apparently they were expecting some drop offs. Apparently that's the conversation. They thought it was gonna happen last season. It didn't happen last season. They won. So now the pressure's increased, and now you have a lot of people that are delusional. But I don't know. I'm wondering when a team wins perfect storm. A team wins the title. Everybody goes happy on vacation. Probably nobody's improving. Everybody's gonna be happy and fat. So and then listen, talk about the dynamics of who's the leader of the team. In the beginning of the season, Salah was so selfish. Even the fans were calling him out. It's like, bro, just square the ball towards. He's open. But Salah wanted to do his own thing to prove. That's the thing. So
It's still his
you have
team.
a bunch of, yeah, that's still his team. So you have all this shit going on in the background. So listen, all they have to do now, their focus now, they're gonna have to do it without ATTK. Their focus now is simple. Just make sure that you get Champions League spot, and then whoever needs to leave, they're gonna leave this summer.
Yeah, you have to clear them out. That's it. But
Yeah, you
all
gotta.
right,
Yeah, you gotta.
moving on. I know we're a little pressed for time, but I wanted to spend some time to talk about the big match this weekend: Manchester City versus
Ooh.
Arsenal. Basically, in my opinion, the title decider. This is it. Arsenal have already
No,
started their
no.
annual bottle jump of the year.
Basically, you're
It's
actually
April.
crazy.
No,
Basically,
listen,
you're
it's
actually crazy.
April. It's April.
No,
Arteta's
no.
lost. How many games? If I gave you, what's Pep Guardiola's win percentage?
You're missing the point. The point is that Arsenal only need a draw. They can literally throw 45 guys at the back.
Which is what they'll do when they come play City every year. Listen, there have been so many times, and like a few years ago, this happened. I've said this to our friends, said this on the podcast before. Arsenal could have a league title right now if 2 years ago they went into the Etihad and won that match against Manchester City. Then said they play for the
So
draw.
are
They
they
get the
not
draw.
allowed
And
to
City
learn their
wins.
lesson? Are they not allowed to learn their lesson?
Well, this Arsenal team is not that same free-flowing attacking team. They're going to come in and play haram ball and try to sneak out a 1-0,
Wait,
1-0,
wait, wait,
1-1.
wait, wait.
I love that. That's the
Let's
best way to describe it,
let
and
let.
it's the most
How many
graphic way
games?
to describe it.
How
Haram.
many games are left? How many games are left?
Arsenal have 6. Man City have 7.
Yes.
Who has to face tougher opponents?
About the same,
I
honestly.
think
I
it's
think
about the same. I
if you
mean,
had to pick, I'd probably say City have a tougher run in,
I'd
but
say
it's
City as
not by.
well.
Arsenal have to still go to Fulham. They have to go to Crystal Palace. It's not like they have some gimmies, and they just
Liverpool,
lost 2-1 to Bournemouth.
Liverpool just dominated that shit. Liverpool just dominated Fulham. They're gonna blow Fulham out the water.
We thought they would dominate
Oh,
Bournemouth. That's all I'm gonna say. They got Arsenal have. I'll read it off for you, Chris. Arsenal have City, Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, Palace.
Mark, you know what is not going for Arsenal? What is gonna end up proving you right? It's the psychology.
Yeah,
If
they're
if
losers.
if
They're
if,
losers.
if no, if they beat City, they won the title. Why? Because you're gonna be more confident and they
Mhm.
put space between them and City.
I
But
mean,
if
yeah,
they
6
lose,
points with 5
if
games to go.
no, but if they lose to City now, so now it's cut to 3 points. So now when you're showing up to a field and you know the pressure and City's coming, it's different, bro.
Yeah,
Now
The
you're missing.
that's
magnitude,
how they've
like
lost the
the
title
magnitude
last
of
four
Sunday is
years.
big.
Yeah, this is big. I mean,
It's
listen,
real big. So
to me personally, I think City are gonna take this game. I do. I just don't see this Arsenal team
It's gonna
having
be
enough.
they they
Oh,
have to
on
be
top of that,
Arsenal.
Rambo.
history is history, and yes, Arteta can go in and prove me wrong, but in the past few years, he's had in his career at Arsenal, he has a 40% win rate in April, opposed to
I,
Pep's 89%.
yeah, I
Right?
know. I just
Semenyo
think that
is better
you
than
know,
anyone they have in attack right now. They
I
have
just
it.
think that
There's
they
a
could
chance
go
they don't have
for it.
Rice. There's a chance they
I
don't have
just think that
Saka.
they could go for it, get the one goal, just fucking drop off, give up a goal, and they won't care about the draw. That's my issue.
If they
My issue
draw,
is that
City are still going to come back and get them. I mean, my problem
my
is
my
like, no,
no,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, seriously. All I'm trying
No,
to say,
I was saying that like I just like if they draw, if the game ends up in a draw, I just think that the momentum is just with Arsenal. I really do with 5 games to go on their end, 6 games to go on City's end. The so as of right now, before the game is played, Man City like has the title in their hands. Technically, it is in their control, is what I want to say. If there is a draw in that game, the control goes out the window. Goes out
Yes.
the window, no matter what. So that's why I'm saying like they need to get they need to win. They have to win.
A
I
point.
just
They need to get a point in this.
I think, but the thing is, I just have seen this movie so many times to think that Arsenal are going to go in and get what they need. I think City are going to come and do it. I mean, listen, they're
I
hitting their
mean,
stride at the
as a
right
City
time.
fan, I hope you're right, but
But
I just
well, hear me
every
out.
year is
Like
a new year, man. Every year is a new
Semenyo,
year. They're coming off Arsenal are coming off a good result in terms of moving into the like Champions League semifinals. I
they did
think that
lose
they
to
could take
Bournemouth
that.
2-1.
Yeah, but I think that they could put that behind them and be like, all right, let's go get a result against City. And not only are we in the Champions League semifinals, but we're in, the prime
Bro,
position to win the Premier League title.
Arsenal's Arteta's out there having these guys hold pencils in training to show that they're all connected or whatever, playing AI
Hold it
TikTok
close, hold
talks
it
in
close, hold
training.
it close, hold it close.
Yeah, that guy. He's not a serious manager. This is not a serious team under him, and that is
Mm.
ultimately
Well,
why I think they'll fail.
well,
That
well,
also I have
I,
two points I
I
wanted to make.
calling I calling Arteta too woke as a coach.
No,
Whoa, well, I'm saying he's a bum. I'm saying I
Oh
don't think he knows what he's
my
boy.
doing. But
God.
like, listen, this is a defining season for him. If he wins the title, then he's cemented as Arsenal's manager for a while. If he loses the title, this is Everton's next manager. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the drop off we're seeing
I think he
in
would.
club
I think
level.
he.
But
I honestly think that
no
Bro,
disrespect to Everton, by the
bro,
way, they're a big club. I
after
think they're
this
gonna beat
gig, if
Liverpool
he
this
did
season.
not win anything, I think that he would just go into hiding for like 4 years.
Listen, there's
bro.
two
I
sides.
saw
There's 2
Pierce.
points I
Pierce.
wanted to
I s-
make about in the preview to this game. The first one is if City win the title, is Semenyo not the player of the season? Like the the Premier League player of the
that's a
season?
nice
No,
piece of
I
business right
I
there.
I
It's not.
don't. I don't. I don't.
You don't?
I don't think so. I don't think it has to be a City player. I think that there's better that have contributed more to their teams over the course of 38 games. I think you have to take that into account. No, I'm not trying to disrespect Semenyo or I think that you have a
But
valid.
he's
I love the topic, but I think ah
he was
I don't think
a nice a shot in the arm that they needed, a boost on that wing.
Yeah,
By the
gave them
way,
what they needed.
can you let go of the Egyptian striker? Just let him go.
Marmoush.
We'll scoop him up.
dude,
This
I
the
want to
other
personally apologize to Omar Marmoush. I don't have any affiliation to the team selection or the coach, but I'm sorry that you're not playing more because it's
he's so
BS. It's
good.
BS. It's
He's
BS.
so
He's
good.
so good.
But
He's so good.
but this is my point, right? City will win this game because of their quality in that front line. In I'm talking squad wise, right? They got
Yeah.
think about their front four right now is Doku for his front
Marmoush
wall capabilities. You got Holland.
Marmoush is better
He's
than
you got Zerky, Ryan
Doku?
Zerky.
Marmoush is better than Doku,
He
by the way.
is, yeah. And you got Semenyo on the other wing.
Marmoush is not
And
better
then
than Trossard.
when you throw them into the when you throw
Ew.
them out, you got Phil Foden coming in. You got Marmoush coming in. You got Savio coming in. You got players, bro. That team got players.
Freaked me out there for
Marmoush.
a
Oh.
no.
Who's not better than
I think you're
Trossard,
right.
bro?
I think you're right.
And on top of that, the other point I wanted to make is I have a question for you guys.
I have a
Arsenal's
question for
transfer
Mark.
business. Go ahead.
Why is Manchester United? Do you guys have an academy of how to jump in the pool and fake? I saw this guy,
Oh my gosh, man.
bro. That was shameful, bro.
Which one?
That dive was shameful. What's his name? The Brazilian.
Cunha?
Uh, Cunha made a dive in that game, bro. I was like, bro, that's
So hang on.
brutal. Like that,
Before we get
he
there,
got a penalty.
That's messed up, man.
back to the Arsenal City thing. The question I wanted to ask you guys is, do you consider the signings Arsenal made this summer underwhelming?
Yes, because I don't think any of those signings have been that impactful to the success that they've been experiencing this season. I don't think when you're looking at the fact that they're in first place in the Premier League, they're into the Champions League semifinals, it comes down to not comes down to, but their new signings have been like
Are
an
you saying that
integral part to that.
Zuby Dooby Doo is crap?
No, I just
Zuby
don't think
Mendy?
he's. I don't think
I'm
he's
not
what
calling it
people
crap, and
thought
I
he
have
was.
not said anything about crap, Chris.
Yeah, I don't think he's
Sorry.
what people thought he was. At least not this
He
season.
is, bro. It's the system.
I think
Listen,
he's real. I think he's earned the Zooby Dooby Doo. Like
I think he's
Zooby
good.
Dooby Doo is like
I'm
a
put it this way. I
reliable
think
source, and
yeah, I think he's good. I don't think he's a bad player at all. But I think
bro.
we have to put
Imagine,
when I'm talking about like in a whole. I think
imagine,
Madueke is the worst signing we may have ever seen in the Premier League.
bro. Why
Bro,
was that? I don't even get it. Why was that?
oh
Why
my
you left
god,
Chelsea to go there? It doesn't
bro,
even make sense. It's
it
probably
doesn't.
a London thing. You're trying to
No,
be with
that
his
there was
London
probably
mates.
bro. It's such a bad signing. I'm looking at it thinking it's money washed because like there is no like I don't understand 50 million for that.
One day we're gonna have a conversation. One day we're gonna have a conversation about Chelsea. One day,
Yeah,
not today.
not today.
Not,
So
not
anyway,
today.
before we get out of here, I just want to real quick. What are your predictions for this game? What do we got? What do you guys think is going to happen?
I think Arsenal are gonna have to play around ball in defense. And it's 1 year Pep Guardiola did the same shit.
Mhm.
it's gonna be
So
her on ball, bro. It really
it's
will
gonna
be
be
her on
around.
ball.
It is.
It has to
I
be
say
because
1-1. I say 1-1. My prediction is 1-1.
I think.
so I think Arsenal fans are gonna have to stomach it shamefully that their team's a shameful team. They might win, but it's gonna be shameful. I was looking at Piers Morgan today. He was like,
They
encouraging
still
Forest
does
to go
it doesn't matter
forward.
how they
You know,
it doesn't matter how they win, man. If they win or they would or if they win or they draw, they deserve the title. Like
yeah,
either or.
just, just like
I
Lakers
think.
in the bubble.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be two. I think it's going to be a 2-1 City. I think Arsenal get the first goal. City come back and score two in the second half in quick succession and win the game. Um,
Flip it.
yeah, that's how I see it. And I know we're pressed for time, so let's do some quick hits real quick and get out of here. First thing, Brentford's unbeaten in their last five. Four of those games are draws, which is one of the funniest like form table splits we're gonna see. Um, Chris, our boy Areola, announced he's leaving Bournemouth at the end of the season.
Yeah, and I see fake rumors that Liverpool are aiming for him. I know it's fan driven. I know
Oh
it's fan
man.
driven.
I wonder where he's going next because I think like there's a few interesting jobs for him. He's going to stay in the Premier League. He's going to go somewhere else
No,
in Europe.
I think he should go. I think he should go. I think Real Madrid probably talked to him. I think he's gonna go to Real Madrid. I have no idea. What I'm saying, that's a choice because Real Madrid. I think their coach right now, he did a great job, right?
Yeah.
Because you lifted that team out of whatever Alonso was doing,
Mhm.
right? And you kind of fixed the egos, you massage everybody. I hear they want the French national team coach Deschamps,
Yep.
Real Madrid,
Mhm.
but I realize Spanish
Yep.
and Real Madrid are thinking of changing coaches. So
I think
I think
Areola is
he's
so.
gonna.
I think that would be such an interesting. He's a Bielsa disciple.
Yep.
I think that wherever he goes, they're going to play exciting football, no matter where it is. The next one is Tottenham Hotspur have not won a Premier League game since December 28th, 2025. That is 14 games in 106 days without a win. The record is 16 games, which was in their 1933-34 season. Cuti Romero out for the season. Uh,
I know.
De
Not
Zerbi
gonna
coming in to
they
try to
won't
right
break
the
that
ship.
deal. No, they're gonna win this weekend. It'll
Let's
happen.
see if it doesn't happen this weekend. I think they're kind of cooked because I mean
I'm inclined to agree. Because
let's see. Let's see.
I
There's
I just it no, Mark, it's more like it has to be the week they win. It
yeah.
has to.
I don't understand. I don't understand why he even took that job though. De Zerbi. You just
You
came for
And he
Mark.
took that job
Mark.
saying like admitting in his press conference, like, oh, if we go down, like I'll be there next year too. Like
which is crazy.
why would he do that?
because Tottenham, you know how like we like look at Leicester right now. Leicester are 23rd in the championship right now. They're going down another level. Like this Tottenham team, I don't think they're gonna have to lose. They're losing a lot of players. I don't think they are automatic shoo-ins to come right back up. You know,
Right. They're
Well,
no.
but
They would struggle.
they do have the financial muscle. But yeah, that's the thing.
Oh,
It's like you have to your salary gets cut in half when you go to
Mhm.
the
And there's a
Premier.
lot of
So
players that there's a lot of talent in Tottenham that could be used elsewhere. Like their center backs are gone. Like Yuko Dogi, guys like that. They won't stick around for that, and that's a danger. I think Tottenham are this
right.
is kind of a make or break few games for their future, really. So let's see what happens. The other one, the last point I wanted to hit is Rob Edwards came into Wolves and he's doing a phenomenal job. This team was
No, he is.
on course to have the lowest total in the history of the league, points total. And they're looking like they're about to catch Burnley. And like, it's too little, too late.
Might not like want to be a team that you want to play like in your last
Yeah,
couple weeks.
exactly.
Like
And
they
like
may get a a
mm,
point there. So
they're gonna ruin a lot. They're gonna ruin some seasons coming
yep,
up, and
yep. It's the best
they're a
thing this
team
has
that I
done.
think could come right back up. They're putting the right structure in place. They're gonna go down. It's too little, too late, but
Right.
they'll
But
be
they
back.
have it there to be, just one season maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see them back in the Premier League under Rob Edwards in a full season to see how kind of where they end up. But
let me give you the
Mhm.
alternate reality. Alternate reality, what's gonna happen to Tottenham.
Laptop's gonna
So
be dead.
they're gonna go down. The coach is gonna stick around, but they're gonna make an acquisition that's gonna like blow your mind. Mason Greenwood is gonna join Tottenham in the second division, and they're gonna bring him. But they're gonna have to convince him to take less money. Like, hey, listen, if you want to play in that league again, that's the way. You need to pass by this second division.
yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be explosive.
Well, we'll
Anyways,
leave it there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Welcome back to Bathwater Sports Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Uh, Follow us on social media at Bathwater Sports everywhere except Instagram, where it's at Bathwater Sports Pod. We're gonna start posting video content with this revamp. I promise I'm done lying to you guys about that. But that'll do it for us this week. Tune in next week. We'll be back, same bad time, same bad channel.
you
Yeah. Oh, also, quick shout out to our boy Chris. He's a married man now. Hang the jersey in the rafters. The kid is out the game. So congratulations to Chris and Roberta. All the best to you guys, and that's all we got.
that's the best game. That's the best game.
Absolutely.
That's
All
the
right,
game.
guys. Take care.
All
See
right.
y'all next time.